Hi friends, welcome back to my channel SciTech. In this one, I'm going to do the CPU throttling test comparison between the Realme GT Neo 2 versus Realme X1 Max device, Snapdragon 870 chipset versus Dimensity 1200 chipset. And during this time, I'll try to use the GT mode and I'll try to use the high performance mode. So using this kind of two high performance boosters, let's see how much difference we're going to expect in terms of the temperatures wise, so in terms of the performance wise as well, how much the throttling can be happening between these both phones. These are the few things which I'll try to concentrate. So first on the temperature, next on the throttling, so how much it varies between these both phones. So first let me show you exactly the settings which I'm trying to use. Both phones are exactly kept to the 50% brightness capacity at this moment, and all the background apps are completely clear from the background. You can see there is no running background applications at this point. And let me try to open the CPU throttling application, and both phones are using the same kind of settings, which I'll try to run the setting for, I think, this kind of CPU throttling test for about 15 minutes. So 15 minutes should be kind of a really good deal, so that's kind of not a big deal. Now let me try to turn on the GT mode. GT mode is on, and let's go to the battery and high performance mode. Let me try to turn on high performance mode. High performance mode is also turned on clearly. Now let's open the CPU throttling test and start the test without wasting any time. 1, 2 and 3, get set, go. And we should be able to see the temperatures. Both are exactly same, exactly point to point. Both phones are same, as you can see friends, clearly. So pretty same, and we'll try to observe which phone increases higher temperatures in what kind of a speed rate, because that's also another main important thing. So 30.6, 30.8 degrees Celsius GT mode and high performance mode I'm trying to use. So between these both phones, 31 degrees Celsius and 31.6 degrees Celsius. Slightly temperature is increasing higher in the Realme GT Neo 2. So maybe with the next couple of software updates, this kind of heating can be decreased. So those are also possibilities there, so don't worry about those. So right now the Realme X1 Max went up to 32 degrees and Realme GT Neo 2 went up to 32.8 degrees Celsius. So 0.8 degrees higher at this point, 33 as well, and 32.3. You can see friends how it is. So 1 degree slightly higher in the Realme GT Neo 2 for 1 minute of time. So during the next couple of minutes, the temperatures will definitely increase in both phones. After getting close to 2 minutes of time, and the temperature is 38.36 degrees Celsius in the Realme GT Neo 2 and 34.8 degrees Celsius in the Realme X1 Max device. You can clearly see friends that GT Neo 2 is increasing higher temperatures at this moment. So we will be able to identify clearly 2 degrees higher, I think 1.5 to 2 degrees higher in the Realme GT Neo 2, and the Realme X1 Max 35.4 and 36.4. So 1 degree is higher. So 1 to 2 degree. These are differences there at this moment between these both phones regarding the temperatures using GT mode and high performance mode. So again, we'll be back after some time just to check what is happening with the temperatures. So right now friends, we are getting close to exactly 7 minutes and 50 seconds of time. So close to 8 minutes of time. The temperature is 39.4 degrees Celsius and 39.2 degrees Celsius. You can see, so the Realme X1 Max is increasing little by little the temperatures, but whereas the Realme GT Neo 2 increased very fast in terms of the higher temperatures. That's the one thing which I did observe during this time of demonstration. You can see the difference. So what is happening? So finally, both phones became slightly very close in terms of the temperatures. Nothing much major difference at this point. You can see very close to each other. But look at the performance consistency, the graph, how it's maintaining in the Dimensity, Snapdragon 870 chipset. Sorry, not the Dimensity. Same Realme company, same UI, same Realme UI, same type of optimization, everything, but different processor will result in different kind of optimization, stability. You can see what's happening with the stability between both phones. So the Realme X1 Max, the graph, if you try to look, right now the graph is about close to 90% of the graph. But whereas the Realme GT Neo 2, the graph is around close to 95%, somewhere around that. You can see what is happening with the graph. So these are difference between the Snapdragon 870 and the Dimensity 1200. That's the reason why few of the users, they will, if there is a chance to buy, they'll buy the Snapdragon processor. If there is having any kind of budget shortage or really they are not unable to offer the Snapdragon 870, then they are going for the Dimensity processor. If the both comes at same price, I'll definitely choose the Snapdragon 870 chipset for consistent level of stability performance. That's the one thing. So right now we're getting close to 10 minutes as well, so we'll be able to understand slightly better. And temperature is 39.8 degrees Celsius and 39.4 degrees Celsius, 39.8 as well. Even this one phone reached 40 degrees. First phone to hit the 40 degrees is the Realme GT Neo 2. So Realme X1 Max also may come, yeah, 40.2 degrees Celsius, somewhere around this. Wow, very close, very close. As you can see, friends, very close after 10 minutes of time, and close to 10 minutes, both phones reach it to 40 degrees Celsius exactly. So again, I'll be back after the this CPU percentage gets close to 14 percentage, then we'll be able to understand with the temperatures. But meanwhile, what you need to do is that please try to follow the playlist of the Realme GT Neo 2 or maybe Realme X Max or maybe the Realme UI 3.0. Try to follow the playlist. Then you'll be able to understand slightly kind of better what is happening with all the things about those phones in case if you want to know more details. So this might help you to solve all the ideas what is happening as well. So again, I'll be back after some time. So right now we're getting close to 15 minutes as well. I think it's kind of close to 14 minutes, but let's check the temperatures. 40.6 degrees, 41 degrees Celsius. The Realme GT Neo 2 went up to 41 as well, somewhere around here. But right now I'm saying only 40.8. And in the Realme X1 Max, it's reaching up to 40 degrees Celsius, 40.6, 40.4 degrees Celsius, not bad. So finally the test is about to finish and we'll be able to see the results, what is happening. In terms of stability, you can see that clearly the difference is a lot. I think in terms of the CPU throttling, you can see 94% in the Realme GT Neo 2, the CPU total up to 73% in the Realme X1 Max. So you can clearly see, friends, what is happening with the graph. So you can take a look at the graph details as well. So definitely the Snapdragon 870 processor is much stable in terms of the performance for a long time usage and gaming. So here we did get to know the maximum results and the average and the minimum. What is the scores we are having? So the highest we did see in the Dimensity 1200 3,46,000, but definitely the highest point sometimes this phone can actually reach sometimes as well. But still you should look at the graph and you can take a look at the CPU throttling if you want. And the average is minimum is slightly higher and better in the Realme GT Neo 2 when compared with the Realme X1 Max. So this is a quick comparison, friends, between both phones. CPU throttling, I think you got a clear idea what is going on between both phones in terms of stability and everything. In case right now, if you're getting the chance of buying the phone in the close to maybe 25,000 rupees, and if you're confused which phone to buy, Realme X1 Max or Realme GT Neo 2, I would definitely prefer the Realme GT Neo 2 for the performance and for the gaming reasons. So these are the few things. So that's it, friends. Thank you for watching this video and stay tuned for more updates. In case if you have any other queries, let me know in the comment section below. Meanwhile, signing off and bye.